Now, the BBC News presenter and mastermind host Clive Myrie criticised GB News this week by sharing an article in The Guardian, the BBC's unofficial in-house newsletter, citing an unbalanced report from the Muslim Council of Britain, saying that this channel, GB News, spent too much time covering Muslim content. Now, Clive Myrie is an outstanding journalist and broadcaster, and I've got no doubt a very nice man. But what a privileged and lofty position Mr. Myrie is in, working for the national state broadcaster, pulling in over £300,000 a year, and being part of an organisation that faces zero commercial pressure or pressure to get ratings. So Clive Myrie can sit there in his ivory tower, lambasting a small media startup like this one, whilst his monthly salary and gold-plated pension remain assured, courtesy of grannies who face jail if they don't cough up the £169.50 for the BBC licence fee as they shiver in their living rooms. But I'll be fair about this. On any issue, I always try to look at both sides, and perhaps Clive Myrie has a point about the stories that we cover on this channel. Maybe we should focus more on stories like this. Clive Myrie apologises for failing to declare at least £145,000 in outside earnings. Amazing, isn't it? Pulling in 300 grand from the state, plus an extra unstated sum to present Mastermind. None of that is enough. Yes, let's use the taxpayer-funded platform of the BBC to promote ourselves in the private sector and pull in a few more shillings. How the other half live, eh? Now, I do a few corporates myself, and they are always a blast. Let me tell you, I am the host with the most. But should one of the faces of the BBC News operation be doing the same? A public sector journalist representing multi-million pound enterprises. For example, how can Mr. Myrie be impartial about the financial services industry whilst hosting an event for Dutch megabank ING? How can he be impartial about interest rates or economic policy as host of the Intermediary Mortgage Lenders Association lunch? How can he be impartial about housing reform whilst taking a handsome fee from the National Residential Landlords Association? How, I pray, can he be impartial about climate change policies as chair of a debate at Green Talks Live, which champions net zero?